Good morning, everyone. So it is the time of your political science class, and we have already discussed few topics in the chapter number 1. I hope that all of you must be remembering that, but I want you to recapitulate the following things. You all know that living together is a great fact of human life. कि जो हर इंसान है वो क्या होता है, इकट्ठा रहना चाहता है. According to Aristotle, the people, those who can live alone, they may be God or animal. कि जो लोग हमेशा अकेले रह सकते हैं या तो वो भगवान होते हैं और या फिर वो जानवर होते हैं. So we all have to live together. But this living together needs some rules of a society, and for a big country we need a constitution. और इकट्ठे रहने के लिए हर सभ्य समाज के कुछ नियम होते हैं, और पूरी कंट्री को अगर जोड़ के रखना है तो हमारे पास क्या होते हैं, सर्टेन लॉज टू गवर्न अ कंट्री. याद आ गया? एंड दिस इज नोन एज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. सो व्हाट इज अ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन? इट इज अ फंडामेंटल लीगल document according to which the government of a country works. And you all know that we need it very badly because it is a set of rules to create an orderly society. यानी एक सभ्य समाज के कुछ नियम होते हैं और वही नियम किस में लिखे जाते हैं? कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में. द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डिटरमाइंस द फॉर्म्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट and the power to be exercised by the various organs of government. Except that we need the constitution because it limits the power of the rulers. यानी जो हमें रूल कर रहे हैं उनके पास भी अनलिमिटेड पावर नहीं है. The constitution set out the basic objects and ideals of a society. You all know that everyone have certain ideals. कुछ आदर्श होते हैं हमारे, एंड बिल्कुल वैसे ही हमारी जो कंट्री है उसके भी कुछ आदर्श होते हैं, एंड दे आर ऑल्सो मेंशन्ड इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मेक क्लियर द राइट्स ऑफ सिटीजनशिप. यू ऑल नो दैट वी आर द सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया. बट हाउ? बिकॉज वी आर born citizen of India, and every citizen have certain rights, and these rights are mentioned in the constitution. Constitution reveals the fundamental identity of the people. ये बात आप जानते हैं कि नागरिकता के साथ हमें क्या मिलती है? एक आइडेंटिटी, एक पहचान. that we all are the citizen of India, and this is because we have written laws. हमारे लिखे हुए रूल्स हैं जो हमको एक आइडेंटिटी देते हैं. You know that Indian Constitution is just and effective Constitution. ये एक effective Constitution है, ये एक just Constitution है. Just means just मतलब ऐਵੇਂ ही नहीं कि just है, I just say. No, it is a Constitution which have certain rules, values to live in. You all know that the source of Indian Constitution is the people of India. The power lies in the hands of people. We are living in a democratic country, and in democracy the power lies in the hands of the citizens. They are the kingmakers. आपको पता है हम सबके पास क्या है? Right to vote. And this right to vote decides the power of the government. The Indian Constitution is a beautifully balanced document as well. How it is a beautifully balanced document? Because the powers of various organs of government is divided and clearly mentioned in the Constitution. As well as it is a living document. A living document means that it can change itself with the needs of time. अगर समय के साथ नहीं चलते ना तो इतने बड़े बड़े डायनासोर्स भी खत्म हो गए, क्योंकि वो क्या नहीं कर पाए, वो चेंजेस को अडेप्ट नहीं कर पाए. तो ऑफ कोर्स आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन is a living document because it is change itself with the needs of the time. समय और परिस्थितियों के साथ ये अपने आप को बदल सकता है. The constitution was made in India by a constituent assembly. It has the members of constituent assembly, as I taught you in the previous class, were being decided before our independence, but later on this was also divided. So the members were not elected by the people at the time, but they represent as a mini India. Why it was known as mini India? Because the people from all walks of the life have were become the prominent members of constitution. After that, we have done the heritage of national movement. और इस टॉपिक में हमने क्या किया था कि हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में जो बहुत सारी चीज़ें दे आर द हेरिटेज ऑफ नेशनल मूवमेंट, वो क्या हैं? राष्ट्रीय आंदोलन की विरासत हैं. क्या क्या? देयर आर सर्टेन पॉइंट्स विच वी हैव डन इन दैट. यू नो दैट द फंडामेंटल राइट्स are the important part of Indian Constitution and which are clearly mentioned in the part 3 of it. Nature and character of national movement was a strong influence on constitutional system. For instance, the system of parliamentary democracy was devised from Nehru Report in 1928. The prohibition of discrimination on any ground also comes from the history of communal rights during partition. The resolution for fundamental rights and economic policy was also adopted from the Congress session in 1931. The Constitution of India reflects the character and ideals of those leaders who fought for India's independence. Our today's topic is Objective Resolution of Indian Constitution. The preamble to the Constitution has an interesting historical background. On December 9, 1946, Jawaharlal Nehru moved a resolution in the Constituent Assembly known as the Objective Resolution. ये बात मैं आपको पहले भी बता चुकी हूँ कि इंडिया की कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बॉडी जो है वो भारत के आज़ाद होने से पहले ही बन गई थी. The opening sentence of resolution reads, "The Constitution Assembly declares its firm and solemn resolve to proclaim India as an independent, sovereign republic and to draw up for her future government a constitution." यानी आज़ादी से पहले ही डिसाइड हो गया था that independent India will be what? It will be a sovereign country. It will be a republican country, and these things will be added in the governance of the country. It talks about the nature of Indian polity. Polity means state. India is an independent sovereign republic. यानी हमारा जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है वो बताता है कि भारत क्या रहेगा. भारत रहेगा एक स्वतंत्र गणराज्य, जो मैं आपको पिछली क्लास में भी बता चुकी थी कि गणराज्य क्या होता है, एक रिपब्लिकन कंट्री क्या होता है. अ कंट्री वेयर द हेड ऑफ द कंट्री इज डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली इलेक्टेड बाय द पीपल. दैट कंट्री इज नोन एज रिपब्लिकन कंट्री. हमारे देश में राष्ट्रपति का बेटा राष्ट्रपति नहीं बनता है. रादर द पोस्ट ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट इज नॉट अ परमानेंट वन. हायरार्की नहीं है, मोनार्की नहीं है. अ पर्सन इज इलेक्टेड एज अ प्रेसिडेंट. Secondly, it talks about the basic objects or the ideals of Indian Republic, which are justice, equality, and a few fundamental freedoms such as freedom of speech, expression, faith, and worship. Of course, Indian Constitution provides us all such freedoms, and these freedoms are also clearly mentioned in the Constitution. तो कौन कौन सी आज़ादी है हमें? हमें आज़ादी है न्याय की, जस्टिस की, इक्वालिटी, बराबरी की, और कुछ फ्रीडम हमें मिली हैं विच आर गिवन टू ऑल irrespective ऑफ देयर कलर, कास्ट, क्रीड, प्लेस ऑफ बर्थ और सेक्स. वो कौन सी फ्रीडम्स हैं? दीज आर द फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच, फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन, फेथ एंड वर्शिप. आप किसी भी भगवान की उपासना कर सकते हैं, किसी भी धर्म को मान सकते हैं या किसी को भी ना माने. इट इज़ अप टू यू ओनली. इट ऑल्सो concerned with safeguarding the interest of minorities and the depressed and other backward class. Dear students, there is one very important thing in the Constitution, that in our country, depressed section of the society have certain special rights. वो लोग जो समाज के पिछड़े हुए लोग थे, उनके पास कुछ खास तरह के अधिकार हैं. You all know that reservation in the parliament, reservation in the government job, reservation in the educational institution, and so on. Other facilities are given to the people of deprived section of society. Except that there are certain minorities in the country. Minority कौन होते हैं? Which are less population in the country, which are having less number of people. For example, Christians are minority. For example, Jainists are minority. For example, Sikh are minority. For example, Muslims are in minority. For example, Jews are in minority, and so on. And these minorities have some special rights. The objective resolution speaks of our willingness to promote the world peace and the welfare of mankind. Dear students, it is also mentioned in the Constitution that India will work for world peace. You all know that the world was divided into two power blocks after the Second World War, and there was a competition. There was rivalry between each power block, but India was not the part of that competition. At that time, we have decided to become a non-aligned country, means not to align with any of the power block. The famous objective resolution was examined by the drafting committee. It made certain verbal changes in it. The preamble of the Constitution retains the spirit and, as far as possible, the language of objective resolution. So, dear students, I hope that I have made myself clear in the topic of objective resolution. Except that there are certain other things. It means the institutional arrangement and structure of democracy. कि after all, India में democracy कैसे establish हुई? The Indian political system has, you know that, is we are having parliamentary democracy. We are not the part of direct democracy. You know it very well. In direct democracy, people themselves participate in the law making. Rather, we are having the indirect democracy, which is known as parliamentary democracy. We elect our representatives and they work on behalf of us. क्या होता है आप सब जानते हैं. हम सब MPs और MLAs को चुनते हैं और वो हमारे लिए हम पर रूल करते हैं. And this is known as parliamentary democracy. एंड एज वेल एज वी हैव फेडरलिज्म, ये आपने 10th में भी पढ़ा होगा. फेडरलिज्म मीन्स वी हैव 2 sets of government, one set for the center government, another sets for the state government. तो भारत में क्या है? संसदीय लोकतंत्र है और पार्लियामेंट्री डेमोक्रेसी है. In the federation, it is to be preserved each of 2 sets of government, the union government and the state government, and should honor the constitution. और दोनों ही सरकारें क्या करती हैं? They honor the constitution, they have to follow the laws made in the constitution. Therefore, we have judicial review is also as essential feature of our democratic system. What is judicial review, dear? Under its power of judicial review, it is the function of the Supreme Court to pass a judgment upon the constitutionally both to the state laws and the acts of the parliament. यानी अगर कोई स्टेट की सरकार, अगर कोई सेंटर की सरकार कोई कानून बनाती है और लोग उससे अनहैप्पी होते हैं, लोग उसको डिसलाइक करते हैं, सो दे कैन गो टू द कोर्ट. और कोर्ट जो है वो उस लॉ को नल और वेड घोषित कर सकती है. दिस इज नोन एज द पावर ऑफ जुडिशियल रिव्यू. द कोर्ट टू पास अ जजमेंट upon the constitutionally to both state levels and the parliament. The High Court also have exercised the power of judicial review. Since the Supreme Court is the highest judicial body, its judgment is final in any given case. The machinery of election in India, you know that it supplies the much needed demands of the parliamentary democracy. आप सब जानते ही हैं वी हैव रेगुलर इलेक्शंस इन द कंट्री. हर 5 साल के बाद भारत में आम चुनाव होते हैं. एंड वी हैव इलेक्शन कमिश्नर, वी हैव इलेक्शन कमीशन फॉर टू कंडक्ट द फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शंस. सो द लास्ट टॉपिक इज सक्सेस ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मेकिंग. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, यू हैव रेड दैट Indian Constitution is a beautifully balanced document. It is also living. The success of constitution making can be attributed to these factors. Number 1, decision making by the consensus, that is unanimity or the near unanimity. मतलब जो decisions हैं वो सर्वसम्मति से लिए जाते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई माइनॉरिटी गवर्नमेंट डिसीजन ले ले. द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ एकोमोडेशन, एकोमोडेशन मीन्स सबको साथ लेकर चलने की पॉलिसी. इंडियन गवर्नमेंट इज़ एन एकोमोडेटिंग गवर्नमेंट. हमारे यहाँ पर किसी को एक्सपेल नहीं किया जाता. आप अभी भी देख रहे हैं एनआरसी है या जो भी है, सरकार लीगलाइज कर रही है लोगों को. Those who are living in India, they should have the document of India. Our leaders' vision of new India, and you all know that India is always hoping to work in UN, to work in World Trade Organization, to work in IMF. So we are always have a big vision. Their readiness to gain from the experience of others, especially the British and American Constitution. But there is nothing to be ashamed of it. Nobody holds a copyright on the fundamental ideals of Constitution. So we have adopted only those features of some of the Constitution which suited to our needs. और भारत हमेशा कोशिश करता है कि वो जो सर्वोच्च देश है, ऐसे देश जो शक्तिशाली देश हैं, उनकी अच्छी चीज़ों को अपनाए और एक अपना पर्सनल विजन रखे. सो दिस इज़ ऑल अबाउट द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड आई होप दैट ऑल ऑफ यू आर गेटिंग इट प्रॉपरली. सब इसको ध्यान से सुनेंगे, अपनी बुक से रीड करेंगे, 2 क्वेश्चन दूंगी वो भी करेंगे. एंड अगर प्रॉब्लम होती है तो यू मे call me after the class is over. Thank you very much.